we all know what trauma is, right? So trauma is an event that is kind of a watershed. It's big, divides your life, assuming you've had a pretty decent life before and then something happens. And then this was me before, and now this horrific event happened. It could be an assault, an abuse, combat, interpersonal violence, losing someone, I think. That's a trauma, usually defined as something life-threatening. You could have died. You're watching someone who died or who could have died, or something terrible. You hear even about something terrible that happens to a loved one, and it just changes the world for you. There's another kind of trauma that's more complicated, and that is that you've always been living under conditions of abuse and neglect, and you can't really.
There's no post for
there's
you.
no free for you.
Wow.
There's not a real good way to understand that there's an option in life where you're safe and you're not threatened constantly.
There's an alternate universe where you're okay.
Yeah, where you don't have to worry constantly about being threatened. So that came and complicated the conversation, because in the beginning, PTSD was going to be a great label for people like somebody's coming back from combat. We all understand that. Especially now, where we can really see what combat is like, and we can talk to people who have been through it. We all get that you're going to come back different. Not everyone comes back the same way. It's going to depend a lot on how you actually were before and what happened and what's happening now. But I think the Vietnam War introduced my generation to PTSD. And a lot of the ways that we treated Vietnam veterans when they came home wasn't very good. Because the war was so controversial, that we blamed it on them. We called them baby killers. We did not say thank you for your service, which is a much better way to greet a veteran that has served their country. So we all understood that. We understood, I've spent a lot of time studying Holocaust survivors, that those people were also people that everyone understood. Something terrible happened.
There was an acute moment that you could point to.
Or years,
right.
but some change. Where and in the Holocaust it was kind of gradual for the Jews, but at some point you were facing something just horrific. And how do you come down from that? How do you acclimate to that? And then people started realizing that they don't have to be those kinds of events at all. They could be everyday events. Somebody who's subject to interpersonal violence, who's threatened, who's a sexual violence. Assault, crime, even something like 9/11, where there you are, boom.